Hey, what up, decisive marketers? If you are tired of the WordPress dashboard user interface, then today's plugin is going to interest you, because what this tool does, it doesn't just change the look of the WordPress dashboard, but it also changes how like for example, you can disable admin notices, you can change the UI a little bit, you can change you can also restrict people from accessing certain menus based on their roles. So this plugin is really interesting because it replaces plugins like user role editor for WordPress, right? And it also even allows you to insert header footer scripts, and by default, even if your team doesn't have that, right? And it also allows you to have page speed insights right from your dashboard itself. There's also a lot of other features that I'm going to share with you that's within WP Adminify, right? This is the plugin that we're going to be talking about today. So before I dive into WP Adminify, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more digital marketing and e-commerce content. So here we are in WP Adminify. This is the main dashboard right here for WP Adminify. So these are all the modules in WP Adminify, right? So you can set up folders, right? If you want to categorize them, admin notices, so you can turn that, you can disable them if you want. If you don't want them, you can change the menu editor. You can have page speed insights. You can have quick menu for accessing easily, right? And the notification bar, post duplicator. So a lot of times by default the WordPress itself does not have a duplicate function, so this will enable the duplicate feature as well. So that way you don't have to install another plugin just to duplicate post or page or any custom post type. And you can also create custom sidebar widgets. It also gives you your server information, login customizer, so you can change how your login looks like, admin columns, dashboard and welcome widget, header footer scripts. You can duplicate the menu and navigation menu items as well, activity logs, admin pages, post types, and disable comments, right? So why WP Adminify is great for, it would be good for, if you have a client and you build sites for them, you don't want them to mess around with the you know the settings that you have set for them. You just want them to access where they should access. You can make use of WP Adminify because you can remove certain uh, you know uh, menu items from the dashboard itself, right? So we can jump into customize, so you can change the design of the font. So I can set a higher font size, maybe like 18, something like that, right? Then you can see how it looks like. Okay, right. So if you want to change anything, you can do so as well. The background type, so this is the background color, right? So if I want to change, I can even change and set an image. So this is interesting. Let me try and find a image that we can use. Okay, let's use this one right here. Okay, So we can change that. Okay, it's saved, but it's not. Okay, so it's added right now, right? So I can even have a image. I can put a slideshow as the background as well. I can even put videos as the background. So this is interesting. You can set light mode, dark mode. Okay, so is there an option to change from light mode, dark mode, right? So you can switch between them as well, right? So this is WP Adminify. The logo type, right? So you can even change the logo. So this is interesting because that way it doesn't you can sort of uh, manipulate uh, the dashboard so that it doesn't look like it's from WordPress, in fact, right? So you can change the logo. So let's say we were to add my own logo in here. So let's say I add my own logo in here. Okay, I actually have it right here. This one. Okay, so this is the logo size. Okay, I think this is fine. Let's save this. Right, and you can even schedule the dark mode as well. Right, so the logo is replaced. Okay, but I got to set up the dark mode logo as well. So let's add the dark mode logo. Okay, let's save this and refresh. Alright, so we got the dark mode logo in here as well, and the light mode logo. Okay, so you can set all this up, right? And then the admin footer. So this is the footer information right here. So if you don't want to, you can remove certain things. So these are the this is my PHP version, my WordPress version, right? And then the menu style, what kind of style do you want it to be. Okay, so for example, maybe I want to change it to accordion style. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Okay, so this is accordion. You can change it to horizontal as well. So what happens is the menu appears on top instead. Okay, so there you go, right? So this is how the menu appears on top, right? Very interesting features that we have right here. And the active menu, how do you want it to be? Okay, so it's rounded. Okay, but it looks a little weird right now. Let me just maybe refresh this again. Okay, I think it's conflicted. Okay. Okay, so I guess the rounded one caused some problems between these two right here. Next will be the admin bar. Like for example, if you don't want the admin bar, which is this one right here, you can disable it as well, right? And then the search form and blah blah blah, right? The view website icon, right? Because there's a view website icon, so if you click on this, it takes you to the home page, right? And any tweaks that you want. So if you want to remove certain things, you can do so right here. I'm kind of briefly going through because there's a lot of options, right? And then feed, if you want to remove feed functions, so you can remove that as well. HTTP response, remove short link from HTTP header. Okay, remove pin back. Okay, so these are a little bit more advanced option. Okay, right? This is to, okay, the next one is like comments. So whether you want to remove, you want to adjust the comments, posts or archive, you want to disable some of them, you can do so. Attachment, okay, and then performance. Okay, so this is going to help you to speed up your site a little bit, because it's going to add browser caching and gzip, and you can defer JS to the footer. Okay, and you can remove Gutenberg scripts and remove jQuery migrate script. Okay, widget, dashboard widget. So if you don't want to, if you don't want any of this widget, so in your dashboard right here, what happens is that you have some of your widgets in there, right, in your dashboard. This one's right here. So if you don't want any of them, you can just tick and it removes them, right? It removes them. Okay, right. Of course, you can use the screen option to set them up, right? You can turn them off if you don't want to. You can click on these ones and remove them as well. Okay, so for example, at a glance activity, you want to remove them, you can just save. Okay, and then it will be gone from the dashboard. And then we got the sidebar widget. Okay, so if you don't want to use Gutenberg editor for the sidebar, you can turn this on as well. Then admin notices. So if when your plugins, for example, this one is an admin notice, right? We just turn on the light mode here. So if this is like an admin notice, right? So if you don't want this, you can just hide everything. Remove the welcome panel, right? Remove the welcome panel. Remove HTTP update, blah blah blah. WordPress core. If you want, you can remove all that. Okay, then some of these modules like the folders. Okay, so let's jump into posts. I think it works based on the folder, right? So you have a folder, and then you can add them into your categories in here, right? Okay, so you can enable them, and then you've got your post types, orders. Okay, like how you want to sort them, and then the post status. So this will tell you like how your posts are looking. You got your quick menu as well. So this is the quick menu right here. I think this is the quick menu if I'm not wrong. Right, so you can easily create a post, a media or page right here, right? Right, and then you've got disable comments. Right, and then your Google page speed. So you can use Google Console to add the API key for checking your Google page speed settings, and they can duplicate posts, right? If you want to duplicate for products, for posts, for pages, you can activate it right here. And you can store activity logs as well to see who is doing what on your site, right? And then the asset manager and custom CSS or JS, right? So you can set that up as well. This is for the admin area, right? So that means it works on the admin area right here. And then if you want to white label, you can change the logo of this one. Okay, right, and any backup right here. So you can export whatever you have set in the WP Adminify, export it, save it, and upload it to a new site and have the same settings as well if you want to. And the next thing is your dashboard widget. You can create your own widget as well, right? And then the welcome widget. Okay, custom CSS and JS. So this is for your header footer scripts, right? So you can add them to header, before header, after content, footer, the display device type, CSJS, right? So you can add that. You can add it on specific posts, specific page, categories, post types, and specific text. Then you got your sidebar generator. Okay, so let's see what this is. Oh, okay. So I guess I think I know what this is that I'm able to create additional sidebars. If I'm not wrong, I believe possibly be able to create additional sidebars. Although I may be wrong right here. Okay, let me see what this is, right? The WordPress custom sidebar generator. So what is this? Okay, so it's correct, right? So it's actually in the widget section, but I'm not seeing the custom sidebar. Okay, I'm not so sure about this, right? But it's supposed to create additional sidebars for me that I can select them in the widget section, but it's not showing up. Okay, so let's move on, right? We've got the server info right here. So there's a lot of modules in here, right? If you don't need them, you can just disable them, right? And then you can see like what's the upload size, what's the theme, everything in here, right? Okay, and then any active plugin that you have, notification bar. Okay, so I can customize the notification bar. Okay, which is this one right here. So right, so I can customize it. I can even show it at the bottom. Okay, so I guess this is, I can set up the WordPress notification bar. Okay, and then we got the word page speed insights right here. Of course, I don't think it is working because we don't have the API added in right here, right? Okay, it does seems to work, but let's jump into something else. Next, we have the login customizer. So this is the login page. It should direct me to the login page, right? So it looks like this. If I want to, I can change it as well. I can even put my own background if I want to. Okay, upload my own background. Okay, if I want to, right? So this is kind of nice. In a way, WP Adminify replaces the need for a login plugin, right? Something like login press, right? It's not needed anymore. and then admin columns. Okay, so it actually works, right? So we get a score of 73 right here. This is my test site, right? Okay, and then on desktop I get 96. Okay. Okay, so admin column, so okay, let's see what this is, right? So post title. Okay, so I know what this is now. So that means if I go to all posts, right, this is what I see, right? Author, categories, title, author, categories, tags, folders, right? So this is how it looks like. If I don't want to, I can remove some of these columns, right? This is for post, page, product, and admin page. And then we got the menu editor. So this menu editor will work for the this one right here, right? So let's say you don't want to you want to rename some of this. So there's a separator here, so it's by default. I guess you can even add certain elements possibly. So for example, if I don't want it to call stack cache, I can just remove it. Okay, can I add? Okay, so I guess I can't add anything. I can just move it around. That's all. Okay, I can only drag and drop, so I can't add anything else. But I can rename, these items right here. Okay, rather than calling it post, I can call it something else. And these are the sub menu items under post, right? So I got all posts, add new category and text. I can rename them as well. All right. I can change the link as well, in fact. And then hidden rules, so I can have it to be enabled for certain people only, right? Sorry, hidden for certain people. So let's say I don't want customers to see them, I don't want editor to see them, I don't want author to see them. I can just add them into the section right here. And then WP Adminify Pro is going to keep all the logs as well of any changes in your WordPress site, so you know what's going on, right? So if anyone messes up your website, you know who did what, so that you can make some changes. Okay, and then admin pages. Okay, so these are just, I guess, for you to create additional pages and add it into this section right here, into the menu item right here. So this is only viewable by the admin. So I personally think that WP Adminify is very, very powerful, and of course this is their affiliate program that they have right here. And then your account information, and I guess that's about it, right? Okay. So it's a long video. I think if I were to go deep dive into it, it's going to take more time. Overall, I think that there are some small little issues, right? Some small issues, but overall, it's very powerful. WP Adminify is able to add header footer scripts, so you don't need a header footer script plugin anymore. It replaces your entire dashboard, right? Add page speed insights into it. It does. You can even create your own admin pages and add it into the dashboard. So your users who go in, they just only able to make changes to what they have access to. And if they need help, you have the admin pages for them to have a better idea of what to do on the site itself. So I think that this plugin is just simply amazing. It replaces your header footer plugins. It replaces your user role editor plugins, right, to restrict certain menu items. It also uh you know that there's just so much they can do, right? It also creates additional sidebar items, even though it doesn't seem to be working right now, right? And it also captures activity logs, so you know who is changing what on your site, right? So I think overall it's possibly one of the best plugin that I've tried for changing your admin uh your admin experience for your WordPress site. So I highly recommend this. I would say possibly one of the most powerful plugins that I've come across so far. I guess that's all I have to say about it. Definitely a A+ plugin for me. If that's all I have to share. If you enjoyed this video, do give me a thumbs up. If you know anyone who needs a plugin for a power pack plugin that manages their entire backend admin login, it even replaces your login plugins, right? You can change your login page itself as well, right? And I guess if anyone needs something to control the access as well for the backend, right, you can share this video with them. And lastly, let me know what you think about WP Adminify in the comments below. I'll see you in my next video.